Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another fantastic episode of the Rigimarolistic podcast. Today, with me, I'm joined by my fellow Oh boy, that sucks. My fellow co-host, Mr. Tyler Osborne himself.
Tis I.
How you doing?
Good. I've been
Mm-hmm.
busy.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Let's see, because now he's got a professional he's in a professional studio right now.
Yeah, the one that I built at home. I'm not at college at the with the poopy microphone anymore. I'm with the good one.
Yeah, with the good one. So now you can hear him
With the good one.
scream.
Yeah.
You're supposed to scream. You're
I, I
supposed to
don't
scream.
I don't I don't I don't have my gain turned down. Ah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So we're back for another episode. Today, I had a thought, right? I was like, I kind of want to just do a massive yap session, and there's no one
That's
better to
what we're
do
good at.
that with graduating top of his class in Yapster University, Mr. Tyler Osborne.
Tis me, Professor Yap at
Yeah,
Yap University.
he goes there. I saw him there once when I was like touring the school before I decided to not go to YapCU.
Yeah. I'm getting a degree next week in Yapology. So
Yapology. Dude,
yeah, it's actually my doctorate.
I actually heard like you were struggling a little bit in yapping, weren't you?
Yeah, that yapping homework is oof, it's rough.
Can't
Sometimes they
stop
ask me to
yapping.
color inside the lines, and I can't. My hand physically won't let me color inside the
In
lines.
the lines? What are they
Ye-
crazy?
That's what as a yapper,
Dude,
I prefer to color outside the
what are they
lines.
teaching you in this school, man? Like what is
Nothing
this?
good, obviously.
What the hell is that?
Absolutely nothing useful. Does not
Oh,
help in my crusade of yapping.
yeah, sir. But today, it's just gonna be like a nice little yap session between me and Mr. Tyler Osborne, and we love
Hmm.
to share our yapping with all of you.
Oh,
This is
for
what we're
sure.
here for.
Way
Um,
too way too invested in the yap.
I remember what was the one time where we just yapped our asses off so much that everyone else just got really annoyed by it.
I'm trying to think about what we were talking about. I think it was whenever we were making tier list. I think that's what it was. I think we were making a
The
tier list,
manga tier list stuff.
the
Oh
manga tier list.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because we had
I
read the
remember that.
most, so we were sitting there having intellectual conversations, and then people who hadn't read it were like, "Shut up, let's just move on," and we just didn't.
And I was like, no, no, no. Okay, but listen.
You don't understand. You don't understand the complexities of this character.
I remember we were arguing about like what we thought was in like what were the top five, and
Oh
then
yeah,
because we all read them, we all started yapping our asses off trying to like explain why it should be like top of A tier, but not even close to bottom of S tier.
yeah, yeah. We were going down to like the inch by inch comparison, even though top of A tier, like bottom of S tier, like are practically close to the same thing, but it's just like
We were
not.
just like,
I
I
don't
don't want
know.
to see it up there.
Yeah,
I just
I don't want to
want
see
it
it
up
up
there.
there. And then it got to the point where
Just like,
Billy was like, I just want to put it lower to spite you because he was the one controlling it.
yeah. Oh my god, it was
Yeah.
so funny. I remember we were.
Maybe we,
What was the
maybe
what
we
was the
should
bit
yeah
when we
make a
were
manga tier list.
arguing?
It was Chainsaw Part 1
Oh yeah, it was
because
Chainsaw Part
I
One.
said that it should be like
It was 2-on-1.
middle. Yeah, I said it was middle to bottom of A tier, and Billy was adamant about putting it in B or C,
I
and we were
was
both like, no.
I no, I 100% agreed with Billy that it's like
Uh,
it's top of
but
B.
see, I think it's like bottom mid A. With part two in context now, I could get behind your statement a little bit, but
You
I
hate
still think
women.
that like
You hate women.
bottom A.
You hate
No,
women.
I'm just not very invested like in what's going on right now.
You
There's
hate
not like a
women.
there's not a whole lot not a whole lot going on. There's a lot going on, but like not a lot.
It's just like
If that
us, a
makes
lot of yapping.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
manga
Maybe
is
that's
a
what we
lot of
should do.
yapping? Hunter x Hunter's been a
What?
lot of yapping recently, like every single chapter that's been coming out. And we still put it
Yeah.
up really high.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. Maybe we should do a manga tier list while we yap.
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now? Well, I don't have the visuals ready for this stuff.
Just Google it, bruh.
I don't know if like I'd be able to
Put
fit
it as our
in.
background.
No,
We'll make it work.
Our background's Grand Blue.
Yeah, because we can yap about Grand Blue while we're making the tier list.
I'm just not.
That's the play.
I'm just not.
See if we can put
I'll
the tier
show the
list.
completed list after.
Okay.
It's just, it's gonna be too cluttered. I guess, right? I don't want it to be too.
Yeah,
cluttered.
yeah. I guess. We can let the listener. Well, I guess it would help with like listeners.
Because it's for listeners, right?
Yeah.
Let me just click this button, turn off all the sounds, so like the sounds don't get in the way of what we're doing here. That sounded really weird how I said it. I'm really sorry about that.
My dad wants to start Fallout tonight on the topic of yapping.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. It'll be
I only
an
saw the
interesting
first
time.
episode so far. I thought it was great.
I've only heard nothing but praise, and I said it before. Like I have faith in like Amazon adaptations because they haven't missed. Like so far, personally, I don't think that they've
It's not
missed.
that they miss. It's just sometimes they decide to take like a 4-month break in between half of it, and then we're just stuck with absolutely nothing, and then we're like,
Yeah, me and Dad didn't watch the first part of like Invincible because of that, but now we're gonna like go through and watch the whole thing now
But
that it's done.
for me, it was like I kind of forgot that the midpoint ad was happening.
Yeah,
So when it happened, I was like, I mean, I don't really.
we are not doing a One
I
Piece
didn't-
character tier list.
What
That's too
the
much.
fuck? No, I didn't click that.
Why did it open IQ?
How do we make this stuff? Where is it? Where's the
Manga
one that we make
Plus
it?
tier list.
Manga Plus tier list. Manga Plus doesn't have shit on it.
I don't know. I wonder if Daddy Do Dead's on there. Shouts out.
Shouts out. Why would it's not even on Manga Plus yet?
It's on Manga Plus creators. I didn't know if they were gonna count both, but that makes sense that it wouldn't be.
Yeah, there's only
Oh, Mama you, R.I.P.
Baba you RIP. Dude, I didn't.
R.I.P.
Oh boy, we're gonna have such a yap session when
Unironically, bro, Kagurabachi's an S tier.
Okay, but let's just. Okay,
We
here
gotta see.
Okay, so this
Okay,
is
yeah.
all manga tier list. We're not gonna go through the whole thing, obviously.
Yeah, we should go through what we have both read
Yeah. So we're gonna
because
start.
there's some that you've read that I don't even know of.
We're gonna because this is a lot. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Jeez. Okay, so we'll go from the top and then like just go through everything that
Just
we
go-
know
okay.
while we're yapping.
Okay,
We're
cool.
gonna be yapping a lot. This is gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
of course. That's part of it. It's gonna be a
Okay.
yap sesh.
All right, so the first one on the list here, I don't know if you read it. It's Food Wars.
Food Wars. I've seen it. I've not read
You've
it.
seen it. Okay.
I've seen it.
So you know what? You know what sucks? The reading
What?
experience of this wasn't all bad. Like I thought it was pretty
Really?
good. Yeah, I liked reading it. I was really sad when it ended because it was like it was like a
Feel good.
guilty pleasure kind of
Yep.
thing because it's like
That's the way I am with Kakaguri, and it's basically like Kakaguri but like food. So I get where you're coming
It's like
from.
super, like sexual, which is really weird. But like the food is what you're
Yeah.
there for. It's really really cool.
Yeah,
Because I didn't know like half the stuff about food that they talk about.
Yeah.
It's like
it actually it has like some real life application.
yeah,
Yeah.
not just big anime.
Badonkers.
Badonkers, yeah. It's not like that. It's got other
Yeah.
stuff in it too, which is like woo.
Yeah, I mean, where are you thinking?
I mean,
Because it's like I feel like it's nice middle of the road. Like it's not great,
I think
but it's not bad.
like a good C sort of like.
Yeah,
C,
I agree.
don't know.
I would say C. Silent Voice. I mean,
Oh, whoa, moving too fast.
is that it? That's Silent Voice, right?
Yeah, that's
I
Silent
think
Voice.
that's what that is.
Yeah, that's Silent Voice. It's Silent Voice.
I mean, it's good.
Hold
It's
your horses,
good.
buddy.
It's good. I mean, that's like we don't even need to discuss that. We already know where that's going.
So no, here's the problem though. This is the manga. This is the movie.
It's what? It's the movie, not the manga,
this is
or
the
it is the
manga,
manga? Oh,
not
the
the
Silent
movie.
Voice.
It's the
Oh, okay,
manga
yeah,
Silent
yeah,
Voice,
yeah,
Not the movie.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the
I don't know
manga
how
is
different that
like-
is.
The manga was like 30 chapters.
So it's like basic. It's like a short one shot, but it's not a one shot. It's like a 30 shot.
It's like a 30. Yeah, it's like a 30 shot. Yeah.
It's like a whole mag.
Yeah, it had 3 volumes.
That's what it is.
It had 3
Yeah,
volumes. Yeah.
but did I don't know.
So the thing is, right? Like Akira was also a like running manga, and it had like a lot of
Yeah.
volumes. But like with this one, the manga just kind of it felt really weirdly paced. But don't get me wrong, I love it, right? But it's like It's like weirdly paced. Has like some issues.
Yeah,
But
I got you. But it's still solid.
it's still solid, so I don't mind putting it up in A tier.
All right, perfect. Okay,
We'll skip
so
that. We'll skip that. We'll skip that. Horimiya is next.
okay, so we're skipping peak.
We're speaking. We're skipping 3 peak and moving on to Horimiya.
Okay, I haven't read it, but I do know a lot of people are fond of it.
Did you watch it? Because watching it,
I have
basically
watched
the
it.
same thing.
I have watched it. I mean, it was feel good. Like, I mean, it was good. Like, I don't not recommend it if you just want to like sit down and just like have some nice moments.
Yeah.
But there's not like
The anime
like no
removes like a
stakes
lot
or anything.
of quote unquote
Fluff.
but there wasn't really
Yeah.
any fluff. It was literally just a bunch of chapters where they like do stuff
Don't
together.
do much.
No,
Yeah.
where they do stuff together. Like I know everyone was really
yeah.
upset when the first season just did not include the sports festival.
Yeah.
Because I remember I at the time I didn't read it. Now I've read it
Uh-huh.
and I can agree that part's pretty good.
Be good.
I can't believe they got rid of that.
Man, I love watching sports.
I do, especially when they're like really cool and like people pull out swords. That sounds-
What?
Yeah, you heard me. You heard me.
Swords at the sports festival? No way.
You don't know the kind of sports festivals I've read.
Yeah, apparently not, bro.
All right, where would you put this?
I'd put a B.
You put it.
I'd probably put a B. Yeah. I guess like I wouldn't put it over a Silent Voice because like there's no stakes. So like there's like
There's no
you could kind of put it down to like any point and be satisfied. Like you have like the same experience other than just like not knowing how like it all like ties up. I guess.
End up together. Like,
Yeah, but I mean,
they're
like,
already together for
yeah.
like, the entire season,
Yeah.
So it's like
So I mean, you're not missing anything other than like watching their relationship, I guess.
yeah.
So
But everyone loves
I'd
that.
say B.
You say B.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing to turn you away, but there's nothing to keep you going.
Okay.
So it's like,
Next one is Good Night Pun Pun.
okay, so I've got controversial opinions on this one,
Yeah,
kind
go
of.
on, Go on.
I absolutely loved it, but I hated it at the same time.
That is not
like,
a
I hate-
controversial opinion.
Well, not controversial, but like I think it's pretty peak, and it's really weird. But you have to have like an acquired taste for it, and I can understand that. But like I've never dreaded reading something so much in my life that I couldn't look away from or like stop reading.
Dude,
Like,
let me tell you,
That's the experience.
it's just peak. Like it's
Just good.
It's so like fucked up and bad in the sense where it's just like so much terrible stuff happens.
Stuff
It's
happens.
like, damn. You're a
Yeah.
changed person after you read this thing.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like I remember going, yeah, triple S.
Yeah, I'm putting that up there.
Yeah, like you go through like existential dread, like just reading it, and then you're like, dang, and you get like a newfound appreciation for life because you're like, at least I'm not that guy.
Dude, I remember when I first read it, and like I found out everything with his uncle, and I was just like, I can't, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna get
it's
so
rough.
much worse, isn't it?
The entire like, I think it's Aiko. I'm pretty sure is her name.
The
That
girl?
entire section, yeah, where they run away,
Yeah.
bro. Like spoiler warning, but the entire section where they run away, I was just broken. I was no longer the person I am. I used to be, at least.
First he was a white boy, now he's a white boy with feelings.
Yeah, I know. Like it's somehow even worse. I
He's like, oh fuck, I can't believe this.
can't believe that.
Fuck.
So is that okay? So next up, right?
That's Tokyo.
Is that just regular Tokyo Ghoul?
Yes,
Like, is
that
it
is.
because the other one's Re, isn't it?
Yes. That's just
The one on the
regular
right.
Ghoul.
Okay,
No,
so they're technically
no.
sec.
Yeah, that's Re. Yeah, that
Yeah.
the one later is Re. We can
Yeah.
skip that one if you want. To just like
I've read it.
together.
I've read them. I would say just put them together, kind of.
Yeah,
Like overall experience.
Uh-huh.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Great. The art carries, I think, for sure. The art is amazing.
Yeah, okay.
But I liked it. I liked it. It's not like the peakest of peaks, but it's not the lowest of low. Like I'd probably put it like above a Silent Voice in like A, and I'd be like fairly comfortable with it. Just because,
I've
like-
never read it, so this is all you, man.
Yeah, I would put it like above a Silent Voice. It's not like deserve. I wouldn't put it S tier, but
Okay.
I'd put it in A. Like if we're going off of art though, Art would be like triple S because it's just insane. But like I said, it's carried by the art. I think. Like the
I,
story is like not. I don't know. It's alright. It's good.
yeah.
Bleach is all you.
Bleach is all me.
I haven't read Bleach. I don't know anything about Bleach.
Oh,
I just know the
jeez.
references.
Oh, jeez. 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 Okay, I don't know where to start with this thing because, like, I don't want to say Bleach is a complicated like one to talk about because it's not. It's just like
It's
the one issue everyone brings up. It's like, oh, it's formulaic. They always do the same thing every arc. And first off, no, no, they don't. No, they don't. Like,
my thing is just
sure.
like I've heard like the highest of highs are like really really good, but like when it's bad, it gets really
But
bad.
like every manga gets really bad though. That's the thing. It's like they
Yeah,
pick out one specific super popular one to hate on and then like only talk about like the lows of it and not the lows that every other manga that's just like it have. Which is like
yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me.
yeah.
Like
Because I know that like I guess like a lot of I guess I know the references and stuff, and I only have like Twitter information, so like take it with a grain of salt. I just Ichigo and like pulling stuff out of his rectum
so
is what I've heard.
that's the thing. He is the guy that started the pulling shit out of my ass trick.
Yeah,
He's the one that started it. Um like yeah, it's true, but it's like the reason I don't really mind it that much is because
it was the first.
when he was first writing it, right? Like when it got
Yeah,
to like the big ass pulls, like spoiler alert for people that haven't watched the new Bleach stuff and haven't read the manga, he's part Quincy.
yeah,
So when that first came out, like I don't know if when it started, but some Make a Wish kid was like wish was to see Bleach completed, so he did that. He
yeah,
rushed it for the kid, but he never went
yeah,
back to fix it, quote unquote, fix it. So a lot of people
yeah,
were very like unhappy with how the series turned out, but it's still overall one of like if we're talking art, one of the best like transformations of any art style I've ever seen in my life. Because Kubo, like his old art style was cool and everything, right? It
yeah,
was super stylized and everything like that. But as it got better, it just like, or like as he improved and everything, it just looks so much better. Like, oh
yeah.
my god, like the newer volume covers, like all those ones,
Hmm.
like I think it's like 40, like 30, 40 onward. Oh,
Yeah.
like that's just like, oh
Peak.
yeah. I think Bleach is okay up S.
All right. Dead Man Wonderland.
I don't know.
I enjoyed reading it
Good for
until
you.
the ending. I liked it. I thought it
I
was
liked it,
good,
and then I didn't.
and then I got to the ending, and then I was like, okay, I've never been more unsatisfied with the conclusion of my life. That's all there is to it. I was just so unsatisfied. I put it in B.
You put it in
I'm not
B.
gonna I'm not gonna glorify it any more than that,
I don't know
but I'm not
anything
gonna
about
hate
it,
on it
so
anymore. It's good
it's good. Okay.
until you get to the ending. Yeah, like, the ending is just like why? Like you could have went so many different directions. Like why? I guess is like the best way to put it. Like it wraps up nicely. It's just like the final like 3 panels are like this is dumb.
The
So
final 3 panels.
literally the final 3 panels like make everything feel like it just like wasn't worth it.
Oh my god, yeah.
So yeah,
Next up is The Promised Neverland. And I am so sorry
anime
for you
aside,
if you never read it.
Goldie Pond.
No, not just Goldie Pond. Everyone always brings up Goldie Pond, but it's like, I mean,
I
yeah.
loved Goldie Pond.
Wow. That's how you how to spot someone that hasn't read Promised Neverland. Yeah, I thought Goldie Pond was great.
I liked it. I did enjoy it.
You didn't read it, bro.
I did read it.
No, you didn't. I know you didn't.
I did read it.
I know you didn't read Promised Neverland. It's okay.
Okay,
You
bro.
don't have to lie to me, bro. I
I'm
know
not
you.
lying to you.
You don't have to lie to me.
I've read it. After the slideshow of an anime ending, I wanted to see like
Yeah,
just
so
how bad they botched it.
yeah, really bad.
Yeah, I saw that.
The slideshow. The craziest thing about the slideshow is it had like a super important like final like chapter conversation with the main character and like a otherworldly being, and it's just
Yeah,
a fucking screenshot. But anyway,
yeah,
the manga
yeah.
itself is like really, really, really good. I really liked it. The only
Mhm.
thing that I felt was kind of was the ending. Sort of felt like a little too happy. I think
Yeah,
because it's like
especially for
they
how it
all
starts.
yeah, they all end up together. I liked the idea of her doing the ultimate sacrifice and then never seeing them again, but then it's just they see each other anyway, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
really
yeah,
fun. But overall, it's still fantastic. Literally, it's just that
yeah,
final little bit where I was like, eh. I mean, it's whatever. Everything else is really good, so it's like I don't really
yeah.
care. Next up,
That's fair.
you are a bigger fan of this than me. I have always been super critical of this because it's
Okay.
just super beloved. And it's just like, it's the same thing with Bleach. It has a lot of ass pulls in it.
Yeah,
A lot of ass pulls in it.
yeah,
Many people talk about this one and completely disregard most of the second half of the series. We're talking about
yeah,
Naruto.
yeah. See, like my experience with Naruto is not as in depth as like our friend Billy's, because he's got it all. He's got it all down. I've got like bits and pieces, so like I can't confidently rate anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it set the standard. I think it did its job. Like it set the standard,
Yeah.
and like I said, happy ending. But again, like you said, just assholes at the end. It's like the same problem that JJK's having right now. It's just like you make somebody so busted to where you just have to start like throwing stuff out of the hat in order to get it
You know who
to
started that one? Everyone's
who.
favorite Kishimoto with Madara Uchiha. What
Yeah.
was his excuse for making him super strong? Fuck it, there's a god now. I've actually
Yep.
seen people like the one thing I really hate about Twitter so much right now is
Yeah.
this is like for everything. I'm including One Piece. I'm not dude, I love One
One
Piece. Don't get me wrong.
One Piece fans on Twitter are just a cesspool.
One Piece on Twitter, Naruto on Twitter, Bleach on Twitter. Like, don't get me wrong. I like all of them to a certain degree. But holy shit, the ass pulls that these guys are pulling out of their asses to try to like
Justify why one's better
justify
than the other.
shit is so annoying. Guys, can't we just like shit, please?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm under the same banner as you. It's just like I don't get it. Like what's the point of yapping?
Like,
It's the same thing with like
it's really
Berserk
funny you say,
too.
"What's the point of yapping?" When
We are yapping.
yeah,
But it's like the same thing with Berserk fans on Twitter too. It's like nobody can enjoy the series without getting, that panel.
which one?
The
Oh,
horse.
dude, I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you. I haven't seen any. I almost said Bleach Berserk fans like ever yapping on Twitter. Like I never see it.
They don't yap about how good it is, but like if somebody's trying to enjoy it, it's just like, oh, just wait till you get to this part, and then they
I,
show the same panel of the horse every time to try and it's stupid. They just like, try and gatekeep it to an extent.
I mean, there's also people that just like criticize it for like no reason, just to say like, "Oh my god, it's super mature," whatever. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say they're wrong. I mean, yeah, it is. Literally, some of like the things that were set up were supposed to be like so fucking dark and messed up that it's like, why am I reading this? Right? Like,
yeah.
he's making you question yourself while you're reading it, but that's whatever.
I mean, it's like the same. It's like the way I described Pum Pum.
Yeah,
So it's just like sometimes the mature topics are handled well, and other times they aren't. I just
that's
think
just
that those two can handle them fairly well.
in this case though for Berserk, which we did skip over because I wanted to talk about it more. Um,
Yeah.
when it comes to Berserk, it's like Pun Pun. It's so fucked
Hmm.
up, but you have to wait to keep reading because there's just no new updates on chapters. Because
Yeah.
even with, don't get me wrong, this is after the Miura hiatus. This is after like all those. This is after his passing. The new team behind it still does the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing. We get like one stellar looking chapter, and then 3 months later we get another.
Yeah.
Because they keep saying, "Oh, we can't do one for the next couple of months," which is, I get it, right? But it's like so sad. I want to see so much of this. Anyway, Naruto.
Yeah. Yeah. Naruto. I mean, it's one of the greats for a reason. I put it up there with Bleach, honestly.
Fair enough.
This is all you, because I
This-
know that you just went through a reread.
I went through a read of it. What was it like a year or two ago? I think it's
About
been
a year
two
ago now.
years.
Yeah.
I
No, not
never
2 years. It's because I was reading One Piece the same time that you were reading this.
was it. I remember finishing
So that
this
was a
at
year
6
ago.
a.m. one day. I just
That is
remember. I
wild.
remember that because I was like, "Ah, dude, just let me end this," because I did not like that final fight. Fairy Tail is the
Yeah.
exact same issues that I personally have with Bleach, that I personally have with Naruto,
A
because
lot of manga.
it all suffers from the same stuff. Everyone always brings up, oh, like, oh, the power of friendship. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Some of the dialogue and stuff that they do is really cringe. Like, I still remember this one part where it's like he gets punched or something, and then he
Hmm.
goes, "You can't take me down. I have the my friends are coursing through my veins." I was like, okay, bro. At some point, the power of friendship bullshit just goes a little too far, and I think sometimes it does it a little too much, like just a little bit too much compared to most things.
Hmm.
But then it comes down to the
Yeah.
ass pull stuff. Oh my
Yeah.
god, let me tell you. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Spoilers for people that haven't read it, haven't seen it, because it is a full adaptation as well. So, yeah. Um, the time travel bullshit was so fucking stupid. It's like, oh, well, dude, like, where's my dad? Like, I remember seeing my dad, and now he's gone. No, you're not even like the son of a dragon like everyone else, because none of you guys are sons and daughters of dragons. You guys were born 300 years ago.
Yeah.
What? And you young man, you are the younger brother of the main villain who he experimented on because he killed him. And you are like
Yeah.
the
We love that.
strongest demon in his book of demons. What?
Okay, brother.
My other main issue is the main character is it's the girl. It's Lucy. She's the main character. She was always the main character, but for so long she didn't do anything, and she was sidelined for so much shit. And then the one time she
Hmm.
does something cool, she's forgot about for like another 50, 70 chapters, and you're like, well, what's the point? She's not even.
Yeah.
It's like every single time you see who's the best main character in these like shonen series, and Natsu's
It's
always the only one
Lucy's
that's
not even
there.
there.
She's never shown. She's never
Yeah, she's
shown.
never there.
It's like,
Never there.
damn.
Yeah. Okay, this is all you. All you. I
But
trust your judgment.
I thought like some of the stuff was a little interesting, so I'll put it at like top of B. I feel
There we
like
go.
because like 100 Year Quest is also going on right now, and apparently it's a little better. It fixes a lot of issues, so it's like
Hmm.
I'll finish reading that eventually. But until then, yeah,
It's just B.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Okay. This one, I'm only like up to date because of leaks.
I'm only up to date because I haven't read since the beginning of. I actually turned my PS5 on.
Yeah.
So the farthest I have gotten was after Deku fights the muscle guy, like in the refight when he becomes like a vigilante.
Okay.
So like
So,
right after the war arc, and he gets
yeah.
like the cool new edgy design.
Yeah, and then it goes away.
But I've read the leaks. I've read the leaks. So
Yeah.
I know like some of the stuff, like spoilers, obviously. Before we continue, spoilers for My Hero. My
Yeah.
boy, All Might, bro. He
Yeah.
don't stop. He doesn't stop.
He don't stop. He's like the A train.
That's why
Can't
he's the
stop
goat.
him.
That's why he's the goat.
Yeah. Can't stop him.
Half
Uh,
his fucking body's blown up, and he's like, nah.
They've
Nah,
had
keep
some
it
Disney.
going.
They've had some Disney. But then like
a, lot of,
they've had some not Disney.
a lot of series
So,
have Disney. There's one series
yeah.
in particular that has it a little too much compared to
Yeah, and
others.
it's one of my favorite. One of my
What?
favorites. I mean, I thought you were talking about One Piece. I was
Oh,
like,
I was talking about Black Clover.
oh, okay,
The
yeah.
Disney effect in Black
Disney
Clover is a
Clover.
lot worse.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
yeah,
why
I do
it's
know
called
that.
Disney Clover.
Yeah. I mean, I'd put it in S with like Naruto and stuff, to be honest. I think it's gonna be cemented as one of like the best.
Yeah, I have
I
like
think the fan base just ruins like your perception of it a lot.
no, I've had problems with it. Like when they first introduced like a bunch of the characters in the class, a lot of them for the most part, and I believe even still, they just don't do much. Like
They
they
do
kind of just like
anything.
forgot about them, and then just like wrote the story around like the main like 5 kids, and it's just
Yeah,
like
which
everyone
you can
else.
also like attribute that to Naruto too, because like Naruto doesn't handle its side characters phenomenally
Yeah, but
by
it's
any
like
means.
he introduced like a whole class to be super important, like more so than Naruto did. They were just like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
we're also teams, but this is like, yeah, we're a class and we're all friends, and like a lot
yeah,
of the early stuff was like everyone together, and then it's just not
yeah,
that, which was kind of
yeah,
sad. And but like
mm,
I agree, it's still ass because I still love it. Like
yeah,
I thought it like started to peak in the general criminal stuff. Yeah, I'm a big
yeah.
fan. Everyone agrees he's awesome. And then the war arc happened, and you're like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I
I
can't
also think
believe
the
the
anime
anime
doesn't do
ruined
the art justice.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
It
I
totally
don't
did.
think the anime does the art justice for that arc.
That's what happens when you like constantly like release an ongoing series without like any major breaks. Like you start losing budget, quote unquote, losing budget. It was so
Yeah,
much better when it was like actually, like split every season and whatnot. Like it was so much better that way.
yeah,
Which is why the early stuff was
agreed.
so much better.
hmm
Yeah,
I don't know what that one is.
we're gonna skip that one.
Okay,
Hunter x
so
Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. I like Hunter x Hunter. I do, but like, it's not just up until a certain point. It's like the entirety of it,
Is your favorite
and
part Greed Island?
Genther's my goat. No, not at all.
Okay, well I guess we can't be
It's every
friends.
my favorite part is everybody's favorite part.
Greed Island?
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. I like Greed Island. I don't know why people hate
I
it
mean,
so much.
I don't think it's like I don't think it's terrible, like at all.
I love
But I mean, it's just I think it's overshadowed by
by
the stuff that came before it and the stuff that comes after it because it's sandwiched between two really good arcs.
my favorite thing about the arc that comes after it in the anime. The narrator doesn't stop fucking talking.
Yeah. Uh, but I mean, I think it's I
Yapper.
I'd put it above like Tokyo Ghoul A probably just because of the recent stuff. Like I think it's written well, but I just think there's a lot
Like a
happening
poorly
word wise, but
finished.
nothing happened. Yeah,
Like no,
and like
obviously, like
health
no,
complications and
no offense to that stuff, but and like he just doesn't want to work on it and everything. But it's like even if that wasn't the case, just where it is right now is not good.
yeah,
Like
I
how
I
much
agree.
Dark Continent did we actually see since it was announced
We haven't
or
seen
shown
any
up?
of it. We're still on the boat.
We're still on the boat.
Yeah, we're still in the. I want to call it a war arc, but it's not. Six. Yeah, it is. It's called the
The
Succession
Succession
War.
arc, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Succession War.
absolutely nothing is going on, and it's been there for
Yeah,
a long time. Obviously due to health issues, which is very
yeah,
unfortunate. But also
but
like it's just
yeah,
all they do is yap, which I get it, right? Because he
yeah,
just doesn't want to draw. I understand, but it's like damn.
yeah. Like it's not like it's just like dialogue for the sake of dialogue, but I mean
It's literally
like
just like people. It's
it's
literally
well
like
written dialogue, but it's
exposition to its finest, pretty much.
yeah, exactly. It talks a lot. It talks a lot.
Speaking
But I
of,
mean, he did like just over like I don't know. He kind of re-cemented like anime power systems because Nin is still like the best written power system. I think. Just like it's the most even and balanced. I
oh,
think.
I don't know, man. What's it got on cursed energy?
Shut up. Okay, AOT.
AOT. Woo-wee! Oh boy.
Ooh-wee.
Oh
This one I
boy.
read before the anime even finished,
I
and I don't
remember.
remember most of it.
I remember reading the final arc every single day. What was it? 2020.
Yeah, I finished
Every
it on spring break, my like
every
senior year of
single
high school.
month, a new chapter came out. I was there reading it in school because, like, for me, what I had to do for COVID, like, I think it was after the first year. They're just like, okay,
Yeah,
we'll split the school up in half. So, like, half the school shows up one day and the other half shows up the other day. That's what we did. So that entire like time I was there, I just read it, and I was like, wow, this is like kind of hype. But then I looked
yeah,
back and I was like, wow, that final arc was terrible.
yeah. Like I think from where he was at, Like, it kind of makes sense, but I
There's
just
literally
think that like I don't
the
know.
thing that sucks is like there was literally no other way he could end it. Like
Yeah,
I'm not saying he wrote himself into a corner. It's just like there's literally nothing else he could do.
yeah, and I don't blame him for it at all. And like, I know that at NYC, like he was there, like Anime NYC, he was there this past year, and was like he thought that like the Western audience hated it so much that he was scared to come here.
Yeah,
And
I
then
remember
whenever
that.
people in like the crowd started like talking and like praising their support for it, like he's like actually like crying, and that made me feel sad.
I remember reading that.
Yeah,
Like I like there's one thing to criticize and dislike a series because you don't like how it ends, but it's another thing to start criticizing the man that made it.
yeah, I agree.
But
Completely and totally agree.
I still think that the final arc was really poorly handled. I think it was really poorly handled,
Yeah,
especially when the final volume came out and there was like the extra little bit added. Like
it didn't do much. I think with the
I get
extra
it,
little
right?
bit, it made it like I don't know. It didn't make it feel as like bittersweet, I guess.
Don't get me wrong, right? It's like the whole thing is like, oh my god, we did it, we broke the curse, and then it's like the curse just
It's
keeps
cycle
coming
repeats.
back. But it's like
Yeah,
it's like the thing of show and tell. You don't really like gotta show it. It's kind of obvious by just like telling of what's happening. Like yeah,
yeah,
the characters get a good ending, but you know it's not gonna help in the future. Like you know it's still gonna be bad, so you didn't have to show that. Like you just knew it
yeah.
was gonna happen.
And we knew it wasn't gonna be like like there's no continuation series either. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
like we knew it was
I
like
think it's good. Like it is like it's again. I think it's like
the writing in it can use a little bit of work. I think like
yeah,
Aaron's character, I feel like was kind of he was kind of forgotten about for like a good majority of it. I think.
yeah. He was really important up until like a certain point.
And then he
And
just
then he
kind of
just had
like
to like
didn't do
ignore everything
anything.
else. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like use it in like the anime terms. Like season 4, I just think he became way more one dimensional. Which isn't like a bad thing because he did play like his part well.
Mm-hmm.
But at the very end, whenever he went all like crybaby mode, it was too much for me. I
But
was just like,
don't get
okay.
me wrong. I thought one of my favorite parts of the series is literally like the invasion of Marley. Like I just thought that was so
Yeah.
well done.
hmm
But what are we cooking? Is where are we cooking this
I
one?
would I think that it's up there with My Hero. Like it has its problems, but My Hero doesn't have a conclusion yet, so we could very well be saying the same thing about it like
Yeah, we
in
could be
the
like.
next year.
But the thing is, though, when it comes to like stories like My Hero, it's like one of those ones where it's like a flash backward or
Yeah, flat like a
like a
jump in the
flashback sort of
future.
because it's like
Yeah.
he's already the number one hero. We know that because he literally
Yeah.
says at the beginning how I became the number one hero. So we know what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. So it's like
Yeah.
if you're disappointed with him becoming the number one hero, then there's that thing. But if you're disappointed that
Yeah.
he doesn't become the number one hero, because at some point Hirokoshi was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that anymore." That's a different
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. So I mean, it could be flopped, but it's gonna be hard because it was set up from the very start.
Hmm.
So yeah. Okay, Death Note.
Uh,
Up next, I prefer the manga ending. That is a
isn't
true
it
statement.
like I don't actually remember the manga ending? Isn't it like basically the same?
So basically,
Light still dies, right?
yeah, he still dies. But Ryuk writes his name in the Death Note.
He always wrote his
Um,
name in the Death Note.
and I don't think he does in the anime.
No,
I'm
he
pretty sure he dies at
does.
the gunshot wounds.
No,
Does he?
he has a monologue. Like he's he's sort of like bleeding out because of the gunshots, but then like Ryuk gives a monologue and then he writes his name in just to like end it.
See, it's less of like a. It's more of like a like I don't, I'm trying to think about the way to describe it. So like Kira tries to write like or Light tries to write a bunch of names in the Death Note, and like just kill a bunch of people at once for no reason, and then Ryuk's like, no, 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 and then he writes a name in then like the Death Note, and we don't know who it is, and then he turns it around and shows that it's Light, and then Light like starts panicking and freaking out, and then he
Mm-hmm.
dies. Which I mean, it kind of like I like that ending more than like as like a mercy kill thing. It's like he kind of got what he deserved, but
I liked the anime one just a little more because it wasn't
yeah,
really like a mercy kill just say, because it's like he knew it was gonna happen. Everyone knew it was gonna happen, right? But it's just like the setting of it, him running out of the building, and then just running, and then like all he is like limping and everything as he's running, and then you just hear like the Ryuk monologue, and
Yeah.
then bleh.
Yeah, that's fair.
But where would you put this bad boy?
I would put it. I'd probably put it with Promised Neverland. It's like, yeah. I think it's up there for sure. I mean that could be an unpopular take, but I like it. I mean, it's one of the go-to animes for just like people trying to get into it for a reason.
It's literally Yap. It's literally Yap.
Yeah, but it's so like I
It's
don't know. I guess for me
intelligent
it's like
Yap.
nostalgic. Yeah, it's like nostalgic for me to be like, oh my gosh, here's a Yap session. I can't wait to see what they're gonna say this time.
It's like mind games, but like it like yapping mind games. But you're like, holy
Yeah.
shit, how are they doing
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, it's actually great. Like, like just the monologue of like, I'll take a potato chip and eat it. Like,
So
why is that
stupid,
needed? But
you're
like, I love
holy
it.
shit.
Yeah, like, bro, you eat that potato chip.
Yeah, you kill those
Like,
bad guys.
he's way too hyper intelligent for a high schooler. But
That's
all
something
right,
I do think it might
yeah,
have been yapping a little too much. But anyway,
yeah, I agree. There's definitely bias in there. One Punch
from
Man.
a lot of yapping to no yapping at all. One Punch
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, I think we can. I think we can both agree. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
I would
right
agree with
here.
that. Yeah, I think that it's deserving of S. I think the story's good, but the art is just on like another different level.
Another different
To where it's
level.
like, yeah, another different level. I think it's just it's peak. It's peak. I've never seen like more gorgeous art other than like your go-tos
Your go-tos,
like
yeah.
Vagabond and stuff.
This
Um,
man just like he started his own animation studio. Like
yeah,
what?
yes,
All like the
he's
little animations he made
ridiculous.
before. It's like, how is this guy so good at what he does
One of the most talented human beings, I think, just in
ever?
existence at the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like
But yeah, very deserving of
I've
S.
seen like a lot
Short,
of
sweet, to the
people
point.
say that like, it's carried by the art because the story's so bad. But it's like the story has so many good moments.
Yeah,
Like
like the Genos moment with the color panel.
that's
You know what I'm talking
that's
about?
literally my top 5 favorite moments of all time ever. Like I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah,
Uh.
yeah. It's very well written. Like I think it's nothing
Obviously,
like
Mob is the superior.
mind-bending.
Right, obviously, Mob is the superior version of it, but it's not like One Punch Man
Yeah,
doesn't have anything good in it either.
yeah.
Like, when it
It
comes
it
to writing
it handles
stories,
itself well.
one is, like, phenomenal at it. Like, he does such a good job. Like, he knows how to,
Hmm.
like, make a story about a dude that's literally just so strong that the things that carry the story are the people around it.
Yeah, like all the side characters are so well written. Like I think watching, especially like I guess spoiler alert, kind of, but like watching Gaara's progression
That was really
is
good, yeah.
one of the most satisfying things like in that manga.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like it's yeah, like Saitama is your quote unquote main character, but he's not. And also we can't forget about the most busted anime character of all time, King.
Of course, no,
So
King is literally, like, the best thing to ever happen to
yeah,
the animation and comic industry as a whole.
yeah, that King engine be rumbling if we said anything different. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but D Gray Man.
I fucking love it, dude. I fucking love
Yeah,
Great Man, dude.
I need to start it. I know I need to start it, and I've accepted the fact that I need to start it. But I have a lot that I need to start.
Yeah,
So
because I give you too many manga to read, and then you never read them, and you're like, well, damn, I don't know which one to start.
I have a lot of ongoings that I'm reading still, but like none of that are like
Well, D Gray
bulking.
Man is ongoing. Just
It
so
is
you know.
ongoing. It is ongoing.
Okay, so literally the only issue everyone has with D Gray Man
Takes too long to come out.
is literally just the author herself. It's not like she's in bad health or anything.
She just doesn't want to do it.
She just kind of like releases it whenever she wants, which is really a disappointment because this only started after the incident happened, which is I like to call it the incident because yeah.
Yeah, it's just the incident.
For context, basically when the second series of the show, D. Gray Man Hollow, first started coming out, first off, it was literally where the manga left off, or not the manga, where the anime stopped. Like it continued basically there,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was a 12 episode, super rushed, terribly paced anime that tried to cover a really good arc in like 6 to 7 episodes because some of the anime's runtime was focused on like a shorter arc that happens before the big arc, and it's just like all over the place and a
Yeah.
mess. Like when that was happening, she was very very mad about it. Like she kept like posting about it and everything. And then the main incident happened. There was a promotional art that came out of two of the main characters, that being Alan and what's his name? I think it's been a while since I actually like remembered his name. I think it's Kanta. When both of
Mm-hmm.
them, two males, were drawn in a sort of like sexual like manner. Like they were like super like pot looking is the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
And they were together. They were like lying down together. It was like supposed to be like
Mm-hmm.
super like it was supposed to be like super yaoi, like hinted, like yaoi hinted sort of. Is like the best way to put it. Like
Yeah.
they were like, oh yeah, they could be gay. You never know. And here they are.
Yeah.
And when she saw that, she lost it. And then she was just like, that's why there was never a DVD release of that show. There was never a DVD release until I think Funimation made one for the
Mm-hmm.
dub, but I don't think if they did or not. But there was just never a DVD release for that season, and then that's why there's just never been another anime since. She just doesn't trust anybody. And then she like, I don't remember if it was like just a freak out, and then she's just like, I'm not working on this for now. I'm just done for now.
Yeah.
She just left it. And then it's like, oh man, but it's like literally the best point it's been in, because her art is just like Murata's. It's so fucking good. And here's the thing too, she like the story is so good. It's like it's in such a good point right now. Like spoilers, big spoilers, even for you, buddy.
Yeah.
In the last like 5 years, because I think that's how long it took her to finish the arc, it was about the main character's backstory, and the backstory was just so like well done, especially with the art. I loved reading every single chapter we got for it, even if they came out like a year apart, months apart. It doesn't matter. Like I just
Yeah.
loved it.
It was just enjoyable.
It was so good. But you know what's not
Yeah.
good? The next one here, which is completely insane.
I only know anime opinions. I don't know anything about the manga, but I do know that it is in some creeper territory for sure.
I've only ever seen season 1 to the fullest. Here's the thing: season 1 was awesome. That's it, though. That's all I can really say.
I've heard it only gets worse, honestly.
Yeah, we'll put it in
So,
F. Like it's
we'll put it in
genuinely
F.
such a. It's like, I don't know if it's here, and I don't really want to search for it, but we might find it eventually. It's like
Yeah.
Tokyo Revengers, in a
Okay.
sense, because Tokyo Revengers was really good at one point, and then he
And then it just
said,
fell
"Fuck
off."
you," and then everything just went down rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
Yeah. We got a lot to get through. Holy, maybe we got a speed run round.
Yeah, let's speed run some stuff.
Speed
Let's
run.
give a
Okay.
quick opinion of every single thing.
Okay.
Noragami.
Noragami, B tier.
So sad. It's
I think it. Yeah, it's ending. It's handled well. I like it. It just took a long time to end, and some of the twists are just like, whatever.
all right. Skip.
So B tier.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, C tier, D tier. It's C tier.
Super mediocre.
Beginning arcs are really good. I think like they do a good job building stuff up, but it doesn't stick the back half of the entire series. Personally,
They build up Hashiros to be really cool, and then you only see them once do something cool, and then it's just a big.
and then it's over. Yeah.
Nisekoi, I think, is A tier, just because like I like it's an okay romance. I don't know. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Vagabond.
Do you want to skip?
So sad it will never finish.
It might be coming back, but this is a triple S. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
Soul Eater.
Soul Eater.
Fantastic. I'm saying triple
yep.
S again.
Okay.
Akameki Kill. We're skipping the next one, by the way. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I figured. So Akame ga Kill, Death the manga. A.
Awesome. The manga is so much better than the anime. You got to give it a
Yeah.
chance. Black Butler.
Don't know.
It's all right.
Maid-sama. Pretty good.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Claymore.
Claymore. Don't know anything about
it's
it.
fantastic. We'll put it in SS.
Okay.
Don't know. Do you want to skip
don't
this
know.
one or?
I mean, I can't really yap about it for a while, but it's triple S. It has to be.
Monster, triple S. 20th Century Boy, triple S.
Triple S.
All right, let's speed run.
Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist. I don't know. I haven't read it in a long time. I don't really know what's
I haven't read it.
We'll put
haven't read it.
We'll put it in B.
Okay.
We'll have Billy yell at us.
Yeah. Uzumaki. Double S.
Double S. Yes. Fruits Basket. I don't know. It's also double S. It's a really good rom-com.
Love is War.
Double. Oh my God.
Where'd it go? Oh, it's in C. It's in C.
Get out of there. You're going S.
Double S. Okay.
It's really good too. It's just like a web manga, but it's really good.
Yeah.
It's an anime. Hey.
Magi.
No. Reborn.
Oh.
Peak. Magi. Also Peak. I love this series to death.
Okay.
Classroom.
S. Just one S.
It's also really good.
It is really good. Sad, but good. Okay, so these I can speedrun, but we're gonna skip part 7 because I can yap forever.
Yeah, we can skip.
Okay.
I like it. S.
Yeah. The OG Dragon Ball.
OG Dragon Ball. No, this is all Dragon Ball. There's no
That's all Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I think it. No, there's not.
OG Dragon Ball.
It is all Dragon Ball.
Literally awesome. So if you don't agree, you're a loser.
I'd say yeah, double S.
What the fuck?
Don't know.
It's only good because I like the art. Don't the Dawn. I never actually read it.
Don't know.
Mirai Nikki.
Skip. Sorry. D.
Cool. D.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Disney Clover.
Disney Clover. B.
B. All right. I like that plan. All right. GTO. S.
Okay.
Let's skip these ones because you don't know them. Dr. Bone.
No, I don't know. Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone.
What just happened?
Nothing.
I'm not up to date on manga. It's done now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the ending was like the last couple of chapters, or like the final arc was kind of rushed, but I still think it's a solid series. So we'll put it S.
Yeah, I agree. Kingdom. This is all you.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good though.
I love Chinese history.
Triple O's.
It's a very good basketball story. Gintama
manga.
Personally,
funny
because the manga, like the jokes don't land as much as they do in the anime because a lot of the anime
because you don't have delivery.
Stuff.
Yeah. That too.
The manga is like super dependent on you being Japanese. Like that's just.
Oh yeah.
Air Gear.
I
don't
know anything.
I want to read it more. I didn't finish it yet.
Okay. What's next?
I don't know.
Akira. Yeah, it's next to what is that?
There it is. I see it.
Akira. Yeah, Aja, is that it? I can't think.
Ajin's also.
Ajin, yeah. Ajin's really good.
Fuck, I love this shit.
I do like Ajin. Yeah.
We got
God of High School.
Why is there manhwa here?
I don't know. Maybe it's just like stuff that's had anime.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I got my issues with God of High School.
Evangelion.
Where? There it is. I never read the manga.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Haven't read the manga. Hellsing.
Different.
I don't know how different it is. Hellsing.
Hellsing. I like it. I'm gonna put it. Where'd it go?
Where did it go?
It went back to its spot.
Okay.
Yes. It's pretty good.
Okay. Nana. I would say Nana's double S. It's pre-peak.
It's
pretty good.
I love it. I love it.
Nana is next to Evangelion.
I lost it. There it is. I don't think it's. I think
it's not triple S worthy, but it's double S worthy.
I think the author is just struggling, so they haven't finished it. Either that, or it's like one of the ones where the author unfortunately passed. But I don't remember. It's a fantastic story. If did, they're awesome.
I guess Batum would be the next one, since that's the one that you like.
Fuck Batum. Basket. I like it. What about you?
I like it. It's not better than Slam Dunk, but it's good.
Yeah, no shit.
I
am a hero. Super, really interesting, like,
premise.
Really cool, like, take on a zombie apocalypse. I love mentally ill people in a zombie apocalypse. Next, Mob Psycho
um,
100. What would you
triple
give it?
nah, double S,
Double
double
S. Okay,
S.
we'll put it.
I'd say
We'll put it right
it
there.
did good.
Yeah, let's fix
Yeah.
that. There we go. Reincarnated as a slime.
Mm,
Shit, where did it go? I lost. There it is.
there.
Reincarnated as a
Yeah.
slime. I'll put S. I like it a lot.
Season 3 just got announced, by the way. Go check that out in
Season
dub.
3. It didn't get
Yeah,
announced.
just
It
got
started.
it started. Sorry, not announced. It started.
We're finally getting to the fight in the first opening.
Let's go. Hajime no Ippo. Was
Where
that the
is
next
it?
one?
Where is it?
It's Dead Center.
Dead Center. No, Dead Center is Wodokoi. Oh, it's right there.
Down. Yeah.
I love Hajime no Ippo.
Hot peak. Sunken Rock.
C tier. I'm so sad at how everything happened. Pluto.
Pluto.
S,
Triple S.
S,
Where to go? There it
double
is.
S, double S, double S.
You're putting a double S? Okay.
Yeah, I like, dude. Only a select few Urasawas go S, S, S.
That's fair. What's next?
Shaman King. S. It's fantastic. You should read it.
Okay,
It ended like 20 years ago, so you don't have to be like, oh, but it's still ongoing.
we're not even ranking Boruto.
Spy Family. I don't want to rank it because
Yeah.
I have not read it in a long time.
I stopped reading in the bus arc, but it was
what?
still pretty good. The bus arc.
What's that? I stopped reading after I went on vacation.
Like the cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, the cruise is peak.
That's why I stopped.
The-
I don't know what's going on right now.
I just know the bus arc. I didn't finish the bus arc, but I stopped on the bus arc. Basically, Anya's classmates get held hostage on a bus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Golden Convoy. Damn. Yes.
What's next? And then we can start slowing down again. Have you read Beastars?
Yeah, I have. What do you think about
I
it?
have not, but I've seen the show. Yeah,
Rocky
I was gonna agree.
A.
Okay. Go up.
Let's do one more.
We aren't this far down.
Bungo Straight Up.
Bungo Stray Dogs. I love it.
I love it too, but I haven't read it. So ass.
Okay, now we can start yapping again.
Yeah, I see it. I have.
Yep.
I have them on it.
Well, actually, first of all, go up a little bit. We gotta put Yu Yu Hakusho at double S.
Where's Yu Yu Hakusho? I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Yep. That's double S worthy.
Okay.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
The yap session continues. Okay.
I know everyone on the internet is gonna hate me for what I have to say about it, so.
Yeah, I'll
You
take
live,
over.
bro.
So I think part 1 is fairly well written. And it becomes a Kame ga kill towards the end of it. Part 2 hasn't really done justice because I'm just gonna take it as like its entirety. Part 2 like started off with like some pretty strong stuff, but like currently I'm not like super invested in where it's at. So yeah, I agree with that. I'd agree putting it like bottom A.
I just put it up there so we can like.
I was just gonna say, I agree with putting it like bottom A because I think it's better than the stuff in B, but it's not as good as the stuff in A.
All right, I want to skip a couple of these because I want to get to more yapping because we've been yapping about this for an hour now.
Yeah, JJK
No, first, delicious in dungeon.
in Dungeon. Okay, I love this show. I haven't read it, but I know that it's a faithful adaptation.
It is. It's more than just faithful, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
The manga is she ended it because she just wants to play
Baldur's Gate
3 in quiet.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Now we get to move on.
Yeah. Inuyashiki. Isn't that the one with the old man?
I think that one's Inuyashiki. I don't remember the volume covers for it. Let's just assume it is.
Yeah. Let's just assume it's Inuyashiki. I'd say S.
Me too. Dude, I fucking love that series. It was so good.
Old man robot killing machine.
No, old man robot being a good guy, and the
good
other
guy
is the killing machine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Turmoil for robot, existential crisis, Give me.
JJK, is that what we want to do next, or do we want to do Trigun?
I haven't read Trigun Maximum
I
yet.
haven't read Trigun.
There's Trigun, which is like the original series. I think it was like just
Yeah.
30 chapters. And then there was Maximum, which is like 90 plus.
Gotcha.
That I have.
So JJK.
Oh boy.
What do we think it? So just in case you're not watching this, currently, big spoily doily. So
Big
skip ahead. Skip ahead for like 4 minutes because it's gonna be like a little bit of a thing. So Yuji is.
Yeah, I'll put the timestamp.
Well, yeah, we'll do that. Yuji is Sukuna's nephew. That's a thing.
About ass pulls. There's your ass pull right there.
That's a thing. Like we knew that he was related somehow, and like it is following like Japanese mythology because like they actually like Roman Sukuna like ate his twin in the womb, or like killed his twin. So like we kind of like people theorized that this was gonna be a thing. We just didn't know how it was gonna be. We just didn't know how it was gonna be played out. I think I need to see more of it before I give it like an feeling.
Feeling? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, my favorite characters get wiped off the floor every single time they show up. My favorite character is Farmer.
Say, my friend.
I'd farm.
On Hikaru.
Yeah, for real.
I'd gamble.
Culling Games is peak.
Yes.
I think that the fight with Sukuna now is getting really repetitive, but at the same time with the last chapter, I think the last chapter is breaking the narrative finally. I think we're gonna get like some form of conclusion to this arc before we have like our final fight.
I think the main issue with what it is right now is because like I remember we still do, but like we
stay up for the leaks.
We stay up for the leaks, and it was like back when like the fight first was starting out after like the whole
between like Gojo and Sukuna, yeah,
like after,
yeah.
Just reading every week and seeing how like nothing burger happens. And then
it's like introduce new character. Character starts to win. Sukuna then murders said character. Yeah.
But then there's also like the one where it's like it's a nothing burger chapter, and then it's a break, and then the next chapter doesn't even follow what the last chapter stopped with, and it's a completely different perspective. And it just kept changing perspective so many times that like I didn't really like it. Like for a while.
Yeah.
JJK was not as good as I remember it being, and as much as I liked it, I was like kind of annoyed.
I do think that especially with like as far as like world pull, it is deserving of S. It is the most popular. Yeah, it is the most popular show in the world. It's the most popular show in the world currently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, currently. No, like that's an official Guinness World Record. Like that's not even me.
Season 2 got an official
world
record for being the
I think just the pure
season of television in history.
I think it's just I don't know, the cultural impact that it's had just like outside of manga in general and like bringing people to anime, like it's one of the greats. Like whether you like it or not, it's going to be cemented as one of the greats.
And there's like a lot of people that have obvious criticisms of it being like, oh, it's mediocre, it's all that. But it's like,
yeah,
if you say one's mediocre and then you like something that like a lot more that is mediocre, which is like a lot of stuff, or they're like, let's say JJK is mediocre because it can be really mediocre a lot of times, and then you like something like Mama Yu.
Yeah.
Really? Like, you can't really balance the two out, right?
Yeah, like, I think
also, who
it's
got
just
canceled in 28 chapters? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Who was about to get canceled in, like, chapter 14? Maybe JJK, but look where it is now.
Yeah, exactly. I think that, I don't know, I think JJK's lowest of lows is, like, mid for some of, like, the good series, because I can't really remember an arc that I didn't, like, enjoy at least a portion of it, but its highest of highs are pretty tough to beat unless you're like talking about like the GOATs.
Anime fans literally got a taste of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Season 2, like, Shibuya was literally like the first like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah, and then like Culling Games, it's like, oh, like it's all right, and then you get to Hikari and Kashima, and you're like, all right, bro, now we're cooking.
All right, bro, now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's amp this up for a funeral for the living.
But if we have a modern story, we can also have a classic story, quote unquote
Exactly.
classic story, with innocent.
Yes.
And oh my
The
god,
art is
I love
amazing.
innocent. It is a really like interesting sort of like retelling of history of. I just forgot the name because I'm not good with French, but it's like it's a very interesting like viewing of it, of like someone's like take on the story of this person's life, which was an executioner, and it's just like really good.
Are we gonna like? I haven't read Rogue, but
I
like,
haven't
do you
read
want to like
Rogue.
just?
I haven't read
Okay,
Rogue
so
yet.
we're just gonna rank actual one. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I just wanted to make sure.
oh look, there it is. Innocent Rogues right there. Yeah, we're not gonna
Oh,
rank that
okay.
one
Yeah,
because
we can't rank that.
I don't
But
know.
I've heard Rogue is better than Innocent, which I'm like, how?
It's like
But yeah,
let me see.
it's
So I'm looking
crazy.
at the bottom of the list, and look what I see on the other
Oh,
side. It's Tokyo
Tokyo Mid.
Revengers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with C. I think if it ended after Tenjiku, it would be decent. It wouldn't be fantastic. It wouldn't be bad. It would just be like, yeah, this is pretty good. But then he decided that he didn't want to put his pen down, and then we got here.
When you do time traveling stories, you gotta make it make sense. And
Yeah,
making it make sense is one of the hardest things you can ever do. Like it's like
yeah,
genuinely impossible to do. And he
yeah.
proved it by making it really bad.
Agreed. Is there okay?
Yeah,
I
there it
do
is. There it
see.
is. It's right there.
Yep.
There it is.
Okay. So I have inherent bias towards this.
Look
Really,
at I'm
really
a
bad.
soccer player, and this is how soccer players interact with each other.
No, and I just think that the art is just it. Why does it go so hard for a soccer manga? It makes no sense. I agree with like putting it like
Me personally, I'm gonna
probably
put it bottom of A because like it's got cool moments, but
it
it's
like some of the games take way too long.
it's
Like that's what I
suffers
was gonna
from the
say.
sports manga issue where
Yeah,
sometimes the games just go on for so long matches. Like
yeah.
Haikyuu was able to do it somewhat well, but like even in its greatest moments,
Volleyball games themselves like
they can't
do
be long.
take like they do take a while, but like soccer games are like it's a flat like maximum like let's say like overtime with like injury and stuff like that. Like, you might be sitting there for like an hour and a half
Yeah,
or like over an hour, like 2 hours maybe. But like there's some games like the U20 game I thought was perfectly paced, like it was great, but
I
like
think like nearing the end, it was kind of.
it dragged out a little bit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
especially like the what was the there was one chapter where they were literally just running to the goal and they didn't even score yet.
It was Rin's Awakening, I think, where he was just dribbling through people.
Where we go?
Maybe.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, fuck
I
off.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. But like the last game that we were in, I'm trying to remember who it was. But it was entirely too long. It was Ubers.
Bastard versus
It was Bastard and Ubers.
yeah,
It was against
right? Yeah,
Baro's
okay.
team. Yeah, and it took entirely too long to get through that game.
Interesting.
But yeah. So
Okay.
okay, there's one more that I know that you want to go down there and rank, I think.
Is there
Oh
one
no,
more?
you already grabbed it. There, scroll up.
Did I grab it?
Yeah, you grabbed it. It's Fire
Oh,
Force.
Fire Force. Yeah, I moved it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you guys want to see a picture of my Fire Force collection on my shelf? I I am a big fan of Okubo, like the guy that made Soul Eater.
Soul Eater.
Like I love his style. It's so unique and everything. And it just blends perfectly in with what Fire Force was, or like more so like what the main character is sort of. And like there's obviously a lot of issues with the story, don't get me wrong. Like there's a lot of issues with some of the characters. Maki doesn't really do much a lot of the time. I forgot her name. Tamaki's, that's her name, by the way. Tamaki's, fan service incarnate. And
Yeah.
spoiler alert, I kid you not, it plays into the story. Like, it's literally part of the story. let me give you context, okay? This is like super spoilers, so I'm just going to say super
Okay.
spoilers. If you don't want to hear this, skip a little bit. We'll probably be talking about something else.
Yeah.
I'll have another thing probably. I don't. Maybe we'll see. But there's a point in the final arc where the concept of like shit is just starting to leave everyone's minds and whatnot because like the world's ending, so people are starting to forget things and they're just becoming shells. And for some reason, like, this is why I love it, because it's so stupid,
Yeah.
but it works. Her doing like all the fan service stuff starts giving people like hope, and like they start getting their happiness back. And the assassin guy, he shows up again. Like, you know the guy, right? The assassin guy?
Yeah.
He shows up again. And he's like, yeah, you keep doing this. Yeah, you do it. You do it. Yeah. But obviously, the main reason I love this so much is Arthur versus Dragon. Volume 31 brings me to tears because it's so good. No, but it still is. I love Fire Force. There's so much I can talk about negatively about it, and so much I can talk positively about it. But to me, it's like right there. I think it's like a fantastic prequel to Soul Eater, which is confirmed to be one.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're on the final stretch.
What are we talking about now?
Final stretch. So I'm gonna speedrun the JoJo stuff up until part 7, and then we can start going left to right.
All right. So we can start here. The first one's part 2.
That's okay. Where's part 1? Is it there?
Part 1. Yeah, it's right here. Part 1's right here.
Okay. So part 2, I think Joseph Joestar is the epitome of a JoJo. So I would put part 2 in like bottom S.
Bottom S. Okay.
Bottom S. Part 3, or that's part 6. That's part 6. That's trailing. Yeah. Part 6, I would also put in S.
I fucking love part 6, dude.
I think it gets overhated. Part 3, double S.
I see part 5 get overhated.
I agree. Reason. Part 3, double S.
I don't like the monster of the week point.
The monster of the week trope does get old, but like purely for the Dio's World arc, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
What you're there for, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, actually.
Part 1.
It's a good, middle A.
I don't like
it's a good starting point. It did its job. There's nothing crazy about it.
Oh yeah. Part 4, on the other hand.
Speaking of crazy, we're in a crazy, noisy, bizarre town now. Kira's my favorite villain. I think it's like top half of S, like by JJK.
Yeah, I really liked. I just really liked how like he was like he kind of showed up in the later half of it, but he was like just done really well.
Right? Yeah, and like if you open your eyes and stuff, you can see him in the background of like certain shots, at least in the anime. Mm-hmm. So like he's there throughout the entire story. It's just like you don't notice it.
Yeah, he just wants to live in a quiet town. But too bad he lives in a crazy,
noisy, bizarre town. Yeah. Part 5. Part 5, I'd put in A. I think GR is neat.
I don't.
I think Bucciarati is the best character in that part.
What about Fugo, bro?
We're not talking about him. Okay. Part 8. I've read it all. It's like, honestly, it's probably the weakest part in my opinion. I put it B.
I don't know anything about it, in all honesty.
It's not great. Like, it had potential, but like the final villain and like the concept that it like revolved around was not my favorite at all. It got stale after a long time. But I think that I also read it weekly, and that could have hurt my experience.
How could you read it weekly?
Not weekly. I read it monthly, like when it came out. And by the time that a new chapter came out, I had already forgotten what happened last chapter because it was like a nothing burger. Mm-hmm. And then I have to go back and reread both.
We
both, and I just was not a fan.
It was,
Okay.
Do you want to save this for later?
So now,
or do you want to talk?
Yeah, we'll save that for later. Okay. We'll save it for later because we only got 6 left.
We'll skip this one. We'll go to
Bakuman.
Do you want to learn how to make a manga? No.
Well, do I have the manga for you?
No, it's just like a really good story. Like, I do agree. This is by the duo that did Death Note, because like sometimes both of them just work with other people, but this is one of their ones where they came back together to work on.
Yeah.
Because I think this did come after Death Note, if I remember correctly. This was the one.
I think so too.
This was the one after Death Note. I don't remember though. They're also back for a new one. They're back together for Showa Shoten, which is a monthly comedy one, which is pretty good. I haven't read it in
Oh,
a couple of months, but from what I remember, it was really good. I don't know if it's canceled or not, but
it did come out after Death Note. Death Note's anime released in 2007. Bakuman started serialization in 2009.
okay. So yeah,
Or that's when the first volume dropped.
So another thing that it suffers from is it's very interesting depiction, which is the same issue that Death Note had. They could not write women for shit. Like, they genuinely can't
Yeah.
write women for shit. But the thing is, they also gave them a good, like, there's a lot of female characters in this series which are also really well written. When some of them aren't, some of them are just flat, but then some of them are super, like, interesting. Like, I forgot her name, but she started off doing manga and then or doing novels, and then she wanted to get into manga, but it's like, she was just, like, super complex and interesting.
Yeah. Interesting women. Double S.
Yeah, interesting woman. That's why double S. But no, like the whole story is just super, super interesting. I love it to bits and pieces.
Okay. The final five.
Yeah. What do you want to
Which
talk about
one do we?
first?
That's the great. Well, I mean, I think it's just like we don't have to yap about it like for a long. So I just now started watching this, and this is FMAB for listeners. I mean, I started watching it a while ago.
Episode 4.
It was a while ago. Yeah, it was a while ago.
Guys,
It was the summer. But I mean, I don't know. From what I understand, it's double S, triple S worthy.
It's one of the greats for a reason.
Yeah,
it's one of the greats. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Here. There's not much that you can say.
And then I think the same thing goes for Berserk. It's just done or not, it's triple S. If Pun Pun's up there, Berserk is up there.
Yeah, it's Berserk can be a little strange sometimes, but it's.
There's a reason men change their personalities after reading Berserk.
There's a reason they changed the profile picture to Nuts Berserk.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Now, this is a tough one. Which one of the three do you want to talk about? The one we both like, the one I really like, or the one you really like?
I say that we end off with the one that we both really like, because we might be able to yap for another half hour.
All right, let's go. Let's go Steel Ball Run then.
Steel Ball Run is double S. It is easily the best JoJo part. It's not triple S for me personally, because like it still has its problems, but it's fantastic all around. If you can pick it up and not understand anything about JoJo, and you can read it as its own standalone story, and it holds true. It stands tight.
That's the now like the final every part.
Yeah. But just like specifically, Steel Ball Run just did characters really well. I stand by like the statement, to where like like the vessel of the story is like Johnny, who's like the Joestar of like the part, but Gyro is the main character. That is my statement, and I think it's just
right now.
Yeah, he's the volume 1 cover. Whenever a like side character can like kind of take over that main character spotlight and not just do it because they're cool or like they're hot, then it shows a lot writing wise, and I think Gyro was perfectly written. I think all of it was fantastically written. Part 8 ruined some of it, but like I don't know, it's just great. It's just great. But double S.
Yeah.
Is
it my turn to yap?
It's your turn to yap.
All right, I'm gonna start this like one of those like inspirational like YouTube videos that always talk about this series.
Okay.
Have you ever had a series change your life for the better? Like no, like genuinely, have you ever had a series that you read or that you watched or anything that changed you for the better because it looks at perspectives of the human race so differently that you're just like, wow, I can't believe it. I want to be just like him.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that?
Thorfinn is Timothy Neutron. I can't say I have.
We're talking about Vinland Saga. Number one.
The tramp is here.
Here, let me grab one of my hardcover volumes of Vinland Saga.
Oh, look at this guy pulling out his hardcover volumes.
Volume 12. Why would I pull out Volume 12? Because I love Volume 12. I don't think it's in this volume. I don't remember picking up the other volume that I wanted to. But if there's one thing that, or like just one like quote that like it just moved me when I read it, it was 100% Thorfinn saying, "I want to be a kinder, gentler person."
Yeah.
And I was
real.
like, "Okay, bro. You won me when you were a farmer, but you won me now again." It's just like the thing is, like, somehow people have failed to realize what the story was about to begin with. Vinland Saga started off as a like
a revenge story,
warfare kind of thing, revenge story, political warfare, sort of political warfare, because they were involved in a pseudo war.
Yeah.
But it's just, from the very beginning, he always said that it's not a story about fighting or like how people go to war. It's how fucked up war is as a concept and how we need to just stop doing that and live more peacefully. Like, there is literally a chapter where after a fight, like a massive battle happens, where my favorite character, other than Thorfinn, Thorkel, shows up doing a fucking Shining reference of all things. At the end of that fight, there's literally like a full like maybe it was a page, I don't remember how much. It was like a good portion of the beginning of the chapter where it's just these two soldiers on different sides getting up, sitting next to each other, and they're like, "Wow, this was terrible. Like, war really changes stuff." And it literally ends with them going, just saying that who they, or like what they are, because I think it was like Norse and one was English. I think that's what it was. I don't remember because it's been a while since I read that part. But it literally just ends with them just sitting next to each other peacefully and just going, "Oh yeah, I'm Norse and I'm English." And then it just hard cuts back to the main story. Like, it's like the fact that you can do that is like
it says a lot.
I can't talk about the series enough, and I'm so sad that we know that it's coming to an end soon.
Yeah, I also just like looked it up for my own curiosity. It is loosely based on a real person.
Yeah, no, Thorfinn is real.
Yeah, Thorfinn Karsla Finney
Thorfinn
is a real person.
PEI, like the Canadian province PEI. Like he founded it as it sort of is today. Like, he's basically the reason. Thorkel is he's like a legend. He is a real legend in like the Viking mythology. I don't know.
Yeah, mythos, I guess, would be the right.
And the best thing, the really cool thing is everyone's like favorite character, Askeladd, completely made up for Vinland Saga.
Yeah,
it's just wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
About it enough, and because of that, we're skipping to the best-selling manga of all time ever.
Outsold Batman himself.
Until he won't, because One Piece is gonna end.
Until he won't. Yeah, Batman will never end. But yeah, One Peak. One Peak.
It's only peak because Longhead Long Island happened, and we both know
you are so for real.
We both know that Foxy's the best villain of all time. We both know that there's nothing wrong with Fishman Islands.
It's obviously got its issues.
Every manga has its issues.
Every manga has its issues, as we've come to learn while making this tier list. There is the rare occasion where a manga does not have glaring issues and is managing to reach that triple S ranking due to its ability. But One Piece is not one of those. As much as I love the series.
Romance Dawn happened, Fishman Island happened, Punk Hazard happened.
Long Ring, Long Land.
It's kind of like the beginning of Water 7.
Yeah. Yeah. But I would say nobody does it like Oda. I would say that. It's amazing that he's been writing this for so long and is currently, at least in my opinion, writing the second best overall arc in this series, aside from like Paramount War. Like that is
Okay, bro.
that is just my
Okay,
opinion.
Paramount War. Really? What are you 5?
I
The
am
best arc is
5.
clearly Whole Cake Island. Okay.
I mean, there might be some bias in there.
No,
There might be some
because
bias
isn't
in
your
there.
favorite arc Wano? Because there might be some
Not
bias in
anymore.
there.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. Then there was definitely bias in there. I can accept that.
Dude,
This one is just like I think
Zoro versus King. It's my favorite fight.
I think I mean, bro. Now Zoro versus Lucy for real.
He's an African animal. What?
What?
Yeah,
I
meet
do
those racist
think,
allegations, buddy.
bro. No, he's no longer a pirate hunter, and that's all I'll say. I definitely think that he's reached a new level of just like his storytelling, especially with the Kuma flashback. It's rare that
No
there's a
spoilers.
character. No, I know I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's rare that you can take a character that we knew so little about and give us a giant info dump that just makes you feel so much
Not only that,
in such a
he
short
was-
amount of time.
He was not liked because
Yeah.
of what he did early on. Like nobody really liked him because all he did was really
Yeah.
like get in the way and screw things up in a sense.
Yeah. I like the beginning of like post time skip. It's like, okay, maybe this guy's not terrible. And then you get like the backstory behind absolutely everything. And you're like, okay, I get it. I get it.
Like you see him, and then they're trying to explain Kuma, and you're just like, so what the hell is Kuma? And then the moment
Yeah.
you find out,
It just hurts.
it just hurts.
It just hurts.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I have cried reading and watching things a lot of the time. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I cried a little bit when I read the Kuma backstory. It was really well done.
It's just good. It's well done. Yeah. And like he went through like the eye surgery while making it and everything. So like the art like sometimes dipped, I guess, like you could say. But even like his
Yeah,
sketch and like
there
line art
there
was
the
still
one
so good.
chapter where he said that like he apologizes for it because he knew it like the quality was gonna be bad and everything, and like everyone knew.
It
And
still looked good, I thought.
a lot of people are saying, or there's a lot of people on Twitter specifically that always complain that like his art sort of fell off, and I'm just like, I don't really see how.
I don't see it. Especially with like the recent chapters, which again, no spoilers because I mean it's like it is if you want to get into One Piece, it's a long-term investment, so I don't want to give away like the big moments.
Unfortunately, you gotta
but-
get it now before the series actually ends, because once we know the
Yeah.
One Piece, there's no
It's
point
over.
to reading it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Everybody's gonna know. Like I mean, you're in there for the journey, I guess, but not. Yeah, like there you can pick up any of these like while they're ongoing, and like or even like some of like the more iconic ones that have been over, but like FMAB or like 20th Century Boys, and you can still pick those up and enjoy them for what they are, because like it's I feel like those endings aren't talked about because there's like respect for it, but One Piece is like it's over. I'm going to be deleting Twitter like the week that I find out it's ending, because I
No
I
leaks,
don't
no
want to be
nothing.
spoiled.
We're
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
no, we're making a pact. No social media. The only social media.
No social
is when
media.
the chapter drops and we're sitting here reading it.
Exactly. It's been a long-term investment, but nobody does it like Oda. That's all I gotta say. It's just it's amazing that you can have like the length of a serialization that One Piece has and like manage to keep its success and like still manage to like outdo yourself. But yeah, that's enough yapping.
It's enough yapping about manga, but before we move on,
Yes.
we'll give a couple honorable mentions because they're not on the list.
'Kay.
One honorable mention that I want to give is to Mashal.
Mashal,
is a
yes.
very, very funny series that's really well put together. It has a lot of issues with it, but it's got fantastic like comedy and the action is fantastic. The story can use a little bit of work, but it's one of those series where it's more about just like, oh,
The interaction, I
watch
think.
Mash do something funny, and then
Yeah.
everyone laughs. And it's like more of those like, it cares more about being funny than really story, because the story's still there. It's not like it's non-existent.
Yeah.
I think it would be S if we had it here, but it's not on the list,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And then there's one specifically that I want to mention, and then one more is like more relevant. Sakamoto Days is not on this list either.
That
But
actually is
Sakamoto
kinda
Days
disappointing.
is actually so good. I started reading it like probably about like a year and a half ago, and then I got Alon into it, and Alon started reading it, and seeing his reactions to some of the chapters have been great.
You're not the only
It
one that
is.
got me into it. I have a friend
Yeah,
from the moment he's
it's
like
so
read
good.
the first chapter, like day one. He was there day one. He's like, "Listen, man, you got to read this. Like, I don't care. You have to read this." I said, "Yeah, I will. I'm just like in the middle of reading other stuff. Like, I just give me a
Yeah,
bit."
Sakamoto Days I think would be deserving of S
Yeah,
so far.
I think I caught up at a perfect time because it was when a lot of the awesome stuff happened, and I did not I did not want to wait another week because
Yeah,
I got to the museum stuff is where it just
hmm
like, Whew.
everything's popping off,
Like
especially now. And then yeah,
the last chapter I read was spoilers, big spoilers. When Shin was teaming up with the Hammer guy, that was the last thing I read. Like when they were just like, "Hey,
Gaku,
yeah," when they were just like, "Hey, yeah,
or
who are you?"
no, it
Yeah,
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't Gaku. Gaku's
Gaku's
the
the evil.
yeah
He's the
yeah. I'm not.
bad guy.
Yeah, it's bad guy. It starts with a T. Whatever. Yeah, stuff has happened since then. It's pretty solid. We had a big like not reveal but like hint this last chapter that was really cool.
I haven't read since that, so I'm just
Yeah,
I like
I'm not gonna
waiting
say
like
anything.
bulking a lot of the times for manga sometimes because
Yeah,
when I know things are about to get good, I don't want to wait a week.
you want to wait.
I don't
Yeah,
want to wait weeks. I just want to read
yeah.
it all at once.
And then my last honorable mention, I guess, would be Kaiju number 8. Shout out to the dub. Just the anime in general releasing finally a new episode tomorrow.
It's great.
So it's great. It's good. I would put it at a good A tier right now. I need to see how it wraps up, but it's good. Current arc is very good. Fights are good. Characters good. It's just good. So yeah, that would be the 3 honorable mentions, I guess.
I think I got one more. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
go
surprised
for
you
it.
didn't even mention it. Like this is your
Oh.
this is your thing.
Is it?
Don, bro.
Oh my gosh, how did I forget about Don to Don? Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe I did that. It's double S. It's double S. I don't even want to like say anything about it other than just like the art is fantastic. It's funny, but knows how to take itself seriously when it needs to. It's just phenomenal.
There's a good
And
like character analysis
yeah.
you could do for it too, which is like
Yeah, you could do like whole essays or video docs just about like one character and their interactions with the world and stuff. Like it's crazy. It's so good. And if you don't know anything about it, there is a thread that I saw on Twitter of the illustrator. I don't know
he
if
does it.
they're the same person.
He doesn't use digital. He's still pen
Yeah.
and paper.
He's still pen and paper. There was like pictures of like the sketches that he does on pen and paper, and there was another one of him drawing characters from other anime. And why do I love his designs for them more than the original designs on some of them? Like it's insane. It is absolutely insane. He's so talented.
Let me give
But
now a final honorable mention because I don't know. I like it a lot, bro.
yeah,
For me, it would have to be 100% a series that is so near and dear to my heart. That's a lie. It's not. It's just. I think it's really good. I just forgot the name of it. Sorry, hold on. I'm looking through my manga just to find the name. Ragna Crimson. It's a cool series. I really like it a lot. I like the premise is cool. The fantasy like stuff is
neat.
done well. Like the dragons are cool. The fights are cool. The story is like a little especially where it is right now. But like the story
Still
I
solid.
like a lot. Like I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and then I don't even know if we want to call it an honorable mention or not. But like it's not been going on for long enough. But honestly, Kagurabachi's kind of some heat.
Dude, I remember when Volume
It started
1
off as a
first
meme,
came
bro.
out, dude. The Japanese Twitter was like, "Oh, white man when came to buy Kagurabachi."
It legitimately started off as such a giant joking meme.
It's like I just
But
don't
damn
even
did he hit.
understand- I don't even understand why, because he's literally just like, yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from a lot of different people. Like, I like like Zorro, like all that stuff, right? He just thought it was neat,
Yeah.
and he like took inspo from it, and they're just like, took inspiration from this. Oh, this has got to be the best series of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before
And then
chapter one even
it
came out.
legitimately is good. It is legitimately good.
The
I
art
love
is
it.
Fantastic.
I love
The
it.
fights are fantastic from what I read. I haven't. What was the last chapter I read? I think the last chapter I read was The one that came out after Golden Week.
The
end
with
of the fight.
family.
The last chapter I read was chapter 19, back in February.
Was that with the flame bone person?
No, that was when the new like dude character, like he's like,
With the
I
mask?
need a bodyguard. That guy showed up. That's the last
Yeah,
chapter I
okay.
read.
Okay, yeah. It's gotten better since then.
I'm not.
It's
surprised.
gotten better, and you are now able to see the Zoro inspiration because there is a 1-for-1 panel in there that is just like you can tell is Zoro inspo. But I'll let people experience it.
Yeah, but that's enough for the
Yeah,
manga
it's enough yapping.
It's enough yapping
Yeah.
for manga. Can you believe we did this for
Yeah.
an hour and 35 minutes?
Oh, I can. That's dude. Whenever we had to say that we had to make an episode with just the two of us, I knew that this yap session would be perfect.
There's gonna be way more of this, guys. Just so you know, because
Just so
do
you
we
know.
want to keep yapping?
Honestly, I think an hour and a half is probably good for now because I think we could go for another hour and a half just about Grand Blue. But
I can
yeah.
go for another hour and a half on Grand
Yeah,
Blue.
we'll save that topic for another short-staffed podcast if we
don't
have
even
one.
need a short stab podcast. We could just start yapping away, bro.
I mean, yeah, we might make everybody leave, but we will start yapping.
But yeah, they'll be like, guys, shut the fuck up. Let other people talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sorry, I forgot you guys were here for a sec.
Yeah, for real.
Yapping.
Whenever there's a bunch of people, we'll have the bits, we'll have the laughs and the goofs. But
It's just us.
we're yapping.
Maybe Billy. We'll have the yapping. Because
We'll have the yapping.
for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed our little yap session, our little short yap session. Thank you very much, Tyler, for joining me in this lovely yap session.
Of course.
Thank you guys for, if you were able to sit through the whole thing, for listening to our yap session. I feel like we always have a lot of fun just sitting here and talking, yapping. But now that I have a reason to bring back the silly little podcast I made a couple of years ago, we have a platform to spill our yapping down. You know what?
Of course.
We should do one of those live streams where we just yap away.
That would be hilarious. I agree. I agree.
I had one episode which was a live streamed episode.
Yeah.
I think it was like the first episode of season 2. I want to bring those live episodes back because that'd be
Maybe
so
we will.
funny.
Maybe we will.
Oh, especially with yapping. But that is gonna do it for. Oh, sorry. That is gonna do it for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed listening. Again, thank you, Tyler, for joining me.
Of course.
And socials will be in the description as always, and in the video. We hope to see you guys in the next episode when we have a lot more fun. More yapping, maybe in the next episode. We don't know. We'll see where the wind takes us. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time. Bye. That's where you do it, Tyler, like after I'm done talking, right?
Yeah.
You gotta.